Welcome back, young coders. In the previous lesson, we have learned about CSS width and height. In this lesson, we will learn how to make your text stand out. Fonts are like the clothes of your content. They can be bold, stylish, or even playful. Let's explore how we can style text beautifully using CSS. What is typography in web design? Typography is all about how text looks, its size, shape, spacing, and alignment. Good typography makes your website easier to read and more fun to explore. Let's start with font family. The font family property is used to set the font of the text. The right font can create a strong identity for your brand. Using a font that is easy to read is important. It adds value to your text. There are 5 generic font families in CSS. Number 1 is serif. It has small decorative strokes at end. Examples of serif fonts are Times New Roman and Georgia. It creates a sense of formality and elegance. Number 2 font family is sans serif. It is a family of clean and modern fonts without strokes. Examples of such fonts are Arial and Helvetica. It shows a modern and minimalistic look. Number 3 font family is monospace. These fonts take same width for each letters. Examples of such fonts include Courier New and Consolas. They create a mechanical look. Number 4 font family is cursive. These are handwritten or script-style fonts. Examples of such fonts include Brush Script MT and Pacifico. They imitate human writing. Number 5 font family is fantasy. These fonts are decorative and playful fonts. Examples include Impact and Jokerman. These are used for decorations and playfulness. The font family property is used to set the font of the text. We can specify a list of fonts in order of preference. If the browser doesn't have the first font, it moves to the next one. In this example, the browser will try to use Helvetica first. If not available, it will use Arial. If both are missing, it will default to any available sans serif font. Always include a generic font family at the end as a fallback. It ensures your website still looks good, even if a specific font isn't available on someone's computer. The next property for typography is font size. Font size controls how big or small your text is. You can use pixels like 20 pixels for exact size and EM or percentages for flexible sizes. Or you can also let the CSS decide with magic words like large, small, extra small, and even extra extra large. The default is medium, not too big, not too small. Some other properties of applying CSS on fonts are font style. Font style is mostly used to make the text italics. Next property is font weight. Font weight makes your text bold or light. You can use words like bold or numbers like 700. One more font property is font variant. It is used to display text in small caps font. Next property for typography is line height. Spacing between lines is called line height. If your text looks too cramped or too loose, just adjust the line height to make it comfy to read. Default line height is approximately 1.2, so you can increase or decrease it using big or small numbers. Next property is letter spacing. Letter spacing lets you increase or decrease space between each letter. It can make titles look more dramatic or elegant. It can also have negative values. Next property in typography is text align. The text align property is used to set the horizontal alignment of a text. A text can be left or right aligned, centered, or justified. Headlines often look best when centered. As there are so many font properties, to shorten the code, you can also specify all the individual font properties in one font property like this. Font is the shorthand property to specify font style, font variant, font weight, font size or line height, and font family. You can see the examples here. The font size and font family values are required. If one of the other values is missing, their default value are used. Now it's time to make your portfolio look amazing. We'll apply font family, size, weight, and other typography magic to the headings and paragraphs. Let's move to the project. We already set font family to universal selector. Here is a list of some web-safe fonts. I want to use sans serif fonts for my website, so I am selecting, let's say this one. I am writing this as my primary font, and leaving Arial and Helvetica as secondary fonts. On the end is my generic family of font that is sans serif. It's looking pretty cool. Now let's style the H1 tags. I am also adding line height 1.6 in universal selector for better readability. You can set whatever you want. Let's style our H1 tags. I am giving it a font size of 36 pixels. Font weight can be bold or bolder. And text alignment should be in center. Also add some letter spacing of 1.5 pixels. Let's refresh the page and see it in action. It's looking pretty cool. Let's see all pages. Headers on all pages are styled in the same way. Now similarly I am going to style all my H2 tags. Font size should be a little bit smaller than H1, so I am giving it 28 pixels. Font weight can be bold. I am also giving it a margin bottom so that there will be a little space under all H2 tags. Let's refresh the page and see it in action. Looking good. Now we have H3 tags as subheadings under H2 tags. Let's style them in the same way. Let's give font size smaller than H2 and font weight. Now that our H1, H2 and H3 headings are all set, let's think what should we do next. The footer should look better. First of all, its text should be centrally aligned. Let's do it. It's centrally aligned. Let's make it italics. We can also make it italic using HTMLI or M tags. But let's do it using font style property of CSS. Now let's style all paragraphs. I am giving it a font size of medium and letter spacing of 0.5 pixels. Footer size should be a bit smaller. Let's adjust the font size of footer text. Let's see what happens if we give it a font size of extra small. Footer is looking good. What should we do next now? Let's style the navigation icons too using Typography CSS properties. I am going to align it centrally using Text Align Center. Also give some letter spacing to make it look separate from one another. It's looking good, but there should be some top padding as it is stuck on the top. Padding top will add some space inside. We can also make the icons look bigger using the font size property. I am giving it a font size of extra large. Now it's your turn. Change the font family of your whole portfolio to your favorite font. Try 3 different font sizes on headings and paragraphs. Use letter spacing on one section heading. Don't forget to share your experience in the comments section. In this video, we have learned what is typography, font family, and 5 generic font families in CSS. We have covered different properties like font size, font style, font weight, font variant. We also learned line height and letter spacing. We learned different way to align text. We have also covered font shorthand property. In the next video, we will learn about CSS backgrounds. See you there. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our exciting lessons.